welcome back to another video. Today's video I'll be doing a watercolor piece. It's been a while since I've messed with watercolor and I want to get back into it again. I don't know if anybody knows of the YouTuber Klagoslav. I know I probably butchered his username, but I've been watching some of his videos and I've got inspired. So what I want to show you is how I start off my work. And I usually start off with a couple of thumbnails, as you can see here. I got a few ones, just some ideas that just come out of my head. I'm a real big fan of wings and angels, and I'm also a big fan of Japanese culture and the moon, as in I love Sailor Moon and all that good stuff. But today I'm going to be focusing on this thumbnail, because this one is what I really want to get out right now. And so what I do after I thumbnail all the ideas I get in my head, I end up sketching out my idea. You can see that. And then I add some stuff if I want to add this or if I want to add that. I can do it if I want, and that's why I usually add like little notes to it as well. But this is not the final sketch, but this is the majority of what I want. So then what I do with that is I go ahead and sketch things out. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So as I start my sketch, I just keep looking at my thumbnail that I refined and detailed in my sketchbook. This is always a good idea before you start like any piece, because then you know exactly what you want, exactly where you need to put certain details, and sometimes you even want to change things if you want and not go with the sketch at all. In fact, I changed my idea completely after I started doodling the hair at this point right here. I started fixing a couple of things that I noticed were off, and after I did that, I just started going off with the hair. And it's very important to know that it's okay if your sketch doesn't look like your final piece, because sometimes your ideas just explode and you end up creating these even cooler effects. Like, I love detailing hair, so I always do a lot of detail. Like right here, I really wanted to capture her hair more, so I erased the idea of her falling, because that's kind of the effect I was going for. And I just decided that her hair was just blowing in the wind, and I just wanted to do all those loops, all those lines, all those intricate details and curves. Detailing hair is one of my favorite things to do. I don't know if you ever noticed it from my previous videos, but I just really love detailing hair. And this is the first time I've actually showed you guys a drawing without it being completed and me actually working on it, which is a good thing as well, because sometimes you just gotta show people that we're not perfect, that you can't just bam come out with the sketch and you're done. No, it takes time. It took me like a couple of times with erasing and detailing and figuring out placements on which way I wanted the hair to go, and then decide like what I wanted to do afterwards. It's okay if you mess up a couple of times. Trust me, I've messed up plenty of times. This piece, it worked pretty well on my end. I was able to get the hair exactly how I wanted it in a couple of strokes. I erased a couple of times, but then I figured out the placements of the curls and where I wanted it to be. Now this is great for me, so you could always do a bunch of thumbnails for different ideas if you want, or just go jump in like I do. I usually just jump straight in. Sometimes I don't even do thumbnails or do little sketches beforehand. Sometimes I just start off. Now this can be a good thing, but it also can be a bad thing, because again, erasing, although it's your friend, it can also be your enemy. And sometimes you rely too much on your erasing, and then you just want everything to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, I found so many flaws in this painting painting afterwards that I was just like, whatever, I still liked how it looked. In fact, while I was painting the hair, as you can see here, I wanted to get a galaxy look, and for that I used purples, oranges, greens, some pinks and reds, like all those bright colors that you see in pictures of like black holes or galaxies and different colors, because you know what, space is not completely pitch black, it has different colors in it, and that's what I did for my first layer. Now let me tell you, this took me forever to do, only because I wanted to make sure it was perfect. I wanted to make sure I was doing the right here. And right here I put a little bit of black because I thought I could do it, since I thought my paint was dry, which it wasn't. It seems that this paper takes a long time for it to dry. So that's why I didn't really like the piece as I was finishing it up. But then I just stepped back and told myself, let me just let it dry and then do the rest of the details, and then maybe I'll start to like it. And you know what I did? I let it dry for the rest of the night after I finished painting it. And then when I came back to it in the morning, I did all the details and all the curls. I defined the curls. I even did some more coloring on it. And I really like how it came out afterwards. So don't give up on a piece just because at first you don't like it. Sometimes finish it because you might like it in the end. You might fix things that you thought that you couldn't fix, and you might even look at it and say, hey, this is a great piece. What's also good to learn is to step back from your piece and look at it from time to time in different angles, different perspectives. Maybe even ask a friend or a family member to hold it up while you step back and look at it, or even ask their opinion, because sometimes other people's opinions does help. Like for me personally, I ask my mom a lot what she thinks about my pieces, because her perspective is totally different from mine, and she just comes out with these banging advice and critiques. And to be honest, I'm the only artist in the family right now, so it's amazing. But I finished up this piece. I finished the painting, and then afterwards, like I said, I let it dry and I redefined the curls. I put more black in it, and it looked really awesome. So I'll put that after this finishes. But it's getting close to the end of the video, so I guess I'll see you guys next time.